Good day, everyone, and welcome back to Vault Hunters Skyblock Edition. Now, I've been putting it off for a little while now, and I think it's time we stop putting it off. We're getting a drawer controller. No, I wish. Tubium. Alright, anyways, no, today we're going to be looking at jewel crafting. And I have plenty of jewels for us to experiment with, that's for sure. But there are two things, well, I shouldn't say jewel crafting. Well, actually that's going to be a part of this, I guess. So there are two things that are part of the whole jeweling process. There's the jewel cutting station, and there's the jewel applicator. Now, the jewel applicator is something that, you know, it makes things, it's rare that something is added, it feels, to Vault Hunters that makes your time easier. It feels like usually it's a matter of increasing the challenge. That's what I feel like a lot of stuff does in some ways, but lately it feels like the updates have been very kind. So I put off talking about jewel applicator and stuff like that. So this is about jewels. This is about jewels. So the best place to start here is the jewel cutting station here. So the jewel cutting station requires 2 extraordinary Larimar. It's not too, I mean, really, let's be honest. The Larimar is the most easily acquired of the gems, so this isn't too bad. You end up with a bunch of it, so it's needed for all the mods. This isn't bad. Chromatic steel ingots, you need 2. That's not too bad, and this is coming from someone who, complains about how expensive stuff is, all the time here. 4 driftwood, let's be honest, that's cheap, and a pane of glass. Ooh, a pane of glass, that's so expensive. All right, so actually, I guess I could have just did it this way. Yeah. So we'll just move all those items in there. We'll create the jewel cutting station. As for the jewel applicator, now I'm going to be honest, you're going to want to use a jewel applicator because it has one major advantage here. But we'll talk about what the jewel applicator is, but it's going to require driftwood planks. If you don't know what driftwood planks are, just take your driftwood here, take 4 of them, put it together, you get driftwood planks. So yeah, very nice, simple recipe. Kind of intuitive, but just there in case you didn't know and you wanted to know, it's there. You need a gemstone, you need a crafting table, and you need an anvil. And you need 6 driftwood planks. So let's go ahead and create that. Boop. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that. All right, I completed a quest with that as well. That was completely irrelevant to why we are doing this. It had nothing to do with, completing this. Expertises, you have completed a quest. Yes, I have. Forging gear, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so acquire a vault forge. I'll deal with that stuff later. So I guess we can put these down here. This is as good a spot as any. Might move them there, I don't know. But, well, yeah, I guess I can put a computer thing in here. Jewels are going in the computer when this happens. So first we're going to put down the cutting station, and then we're going to put in the applicator. All right. Let's get some jewels here from the basement. Actually, I've got a couple here. And one of them, this is a good one to just kind of experiment with initially here. I have... Oh, yeah, I got some chromatic steel. Good. All right. Because that was looking a little sad having 0 on it. I mean, I can't imagine what it would be like to have an empty spot where there's supposed to be something. Okay, so the jewel cutting station. This here is something that's very... I had some harsh things to say on it, but basically, you put the jewel in there. We also need 2 other things here. We're going to need some silver scrap and some coins. Of course, we need coins. Everything requires coins. We'll get a stack of coins. We don't actually have a lot of silver scrap here. I thought I had more. Anyways, we'll put the silver scrap and the coins in there. All right, so basically, it's going to consume... it's going to consume these it's here when I click this button. And so there's a 50% chance that when I click this button, it's going to fail to cut the jewel. And since this jewel is a chipped jewel and it's only, that means it's only got the wooden affinity. If it fails, we're going to lose the wooden affinity. Now, I have a jewel here as an example for this. This jewel, on the other hand, is a flawless jewel. All right, it's got coin affinity, it's got plus 2.3% copiously, and it's got 4.1 mining speed. And it's only a size 42. That's why it's up there like that. So basically, with this one, if I click the button, it has a chance of removing 1 to 10 from the size of it. But once again, we have a 50% chance of failure. And with that 50% chance of failure, it will remove one of those three things that are on it. So coin affinity, copiously, or mining speed. One of those it will remove if it fails. And with a 50% chance, I don't feel comfortable gambling that there. It's still better than blackjack, but I'd rather not. Meanwhile, with a chip jewel, because I don't really care about this jewel, I have no problems clicking the button here. Once again, we have a 1 to 10 chance that it will, lower the size of this. So from 83 down to, it could go to 82, or it could go down to 73, for example. Somewhere in between there if it succeeds. Once again, we have a 50% chance of failure here. Oh yeah, and this is a level 21. All right. So let's go ahead and try our luck. Oh, it worked. Would you look at that? And it removed 3. So you see why I don't have a very high opinion of jewel cutting. For high level, for when it's got a size of 83 and stuff, to get that down to where you can really use it, you're going to need a lot of luck there. So honestly, these jewels just aren't worth cutting even. They're just not worth it. Anything over 6, even this 84 living, I hesitate on. I wish I had put that through. So yeah, let's go downstairs for a moment because I've got some good jewels down here. What do we want to experiment with here? Oh, there's a 73 in here. Why is a 73 in here? Even a 63 is too much for my liking. I got a lot of trap disarm ones here that are size 69. And a soulbound. Okay, I think the game's messing with us here. But I want to get some... let's just grab... hang on, I think I've got some better ones in here. All right, yeah, let's get a size 15 coin affinity, a living. Yeah, let's get a durability. Mining speed. Oh, that's coin affinity again. I'm just grabbing this stuff here as an example. We just need a bunch of jewels. And I got some more upstairs that we can, play with here. Alright. So, you see how you can cut jewels. And I would like to add that if we go over here to expertise points and stuff, we have, not artisan, jeweler. And when we put points into jeweler, we add 8%, 16, 24 onto our 50 there. So, yeah, you can really, if you by speccing into this, you can really get good at jewel cutting there to where you're going to succeed much more often than you're going to fail. Once again, it's random numbers being generated there. So, who knows what's going to happen. But yeah, let's actually get 2 levels here of jeweler. Also, unbreakable doesn't really matter as much now. It becomes more valuable later on when you start getting some really good stuff here. So if you recall, before we had a 50-50 chance with it. Now, if you look, the failure chance has been reduced to 34. I wish they actually told us what the success is. It's better to think of things in terms of the success with this because you're adding to the success, but here it states your failure chance. So yeah, right off the bat, we've already lowered it down to where we have basically a 66% chance of succeeding, which is pretty good. So, oh, I do not want to mess with that living. That's a good living. Before we actually mess with this here to show, that, let's talk about the jewel applicator. So I have a chromatic iron pick here. I haven't added anything on it other than enchantments. So if I put my chromatic pick in there, it's going to tell me some of the stats. You know, it's going to tell me all about all it's got on it. But also, it will tell you what the capacity is there. Since it's a chromatic iron pick, it's, you know, got a capacity of 100, so we can fit 100 size worth of jewels in there. So obviously, putting this 73 soulbound in there reduces it down to 27. Yeah, that's what it does. That's what this thing does. It does two things for you. One, it makes it really easy to apply the jewels, so you don't have to use an anvil. And this table isn't going to take damage like an anvil will. So that's the first thing. The second thing here, though, is it's going to tell you. Also, notice how the level of the pick goes up there to level 16. That's an important thing to note, because this is a level 16 jewel. If I add a level 19 in there, for example, it becomes 19. So it's the highest. It's your highest one. So if I add this level 21 in there, it's a level 21. But as you can see, if I have these two in there, oh, minus 26. I have to shave 26 off one of these jewels here if I want to fit them in. So, you know, this helps you figure out what you want to do. Say I want coin affinity, you know, so I want coin affinity copiously and mining speed. But let's add, let's not do another coin affinity. I grabbed the stuff I already had here. Oh, that was sad. All right, vanilla immortality. Oh, such a useful one. As you can see, that one there, oh, I can just squeeze it in there because 42 and 57, that leaves me a capacity of 1. So that's how this can be really useful. And then when you want to apply it, you just click there. And that's the equivalent of using an anvil, basically. So this is very good for applying your jewels. That's the lesson to be learned here. So if we take my chromatic iron cutter here, which we're going to be redoing this in the future here. In fact, actually, we have access to it now, don't we? Yeah, we can make a chromatic steel pick. It's going to cost 9 chromatic steel ingots, 36 driftwood, some vault bronze, and some woodotite mass, I guess is... I don't know how that's really pronounced. I'm going with woodic. Sounds cool anyways. Mass. So the woodic mass is made from... where is it? Oh, it's all the way over here. What am I doing? Woodotide, yes. If I'm not mistaken, I'm trying to remember how much is it. I think we use these, right? Yeah, all right. So you take a perfect woodotide and you surround it in vault essence. That's going to give you a woodic mass. And this is, you know, woodotide is pretty much all centered around jewels. In fact, let's actually use this example here. So I had a... let's see here. What's some other big ones I have? That's at 29, and I want to keep it. Let's get rid of this 73 soulbound and this 80. Oh man, maybe I shouldn't have done this yet. Let's get... All right, let's see here. All right, I'm going to try my luck here. So, oh, we need more... What do we need? More silver scrap. Ooh. Ooh. That's silver, right? Yeah. I don't want to spend too much silver scrap with this, so let's hope that this... We're actually hoping it fails here. I'm really bad at gambling, aren't I? Alright, that brought it down to 78. Alright, you know what? If one's gonna fail... Let it be like this. I just want to make sure I've got plenty. 75. Alright, it failed. I'd rather it didn't with that one, but... Alright, as you can see, when it failed, it gave me a gemstone and 2 woodotide. Whereas if I put this 78 now in here, all I'm going to get is silver scrap back. So if you want silver scrap, you got to throw the gems into your vault recycler. But if you're wanting to get the woodotide gem and the gemstone, go ahead and just cut it. You know, the thing of it is it's going to cost you silver scrap and money. Also, the gems are going to become more valuable You know, you're gonna start to see more gems now and stuff. Let's put this stuff away here. And let's go run a vault. That sounds like something fun to do. Class is dismissed. Let's go run a vault. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we've ran into a major problem. That right there is rabbit. We only have one rabbit. And the only way we can get another rabbit is if we go through the vault to get it. There's not going to be another way of getting it. So, this is basically the same issue with the squid. I'm going to be honest, I'm getting kind of fed up of dealing with this issue here popping up like this, where I cannot progress simply because of, you know, there's no way to get what I need. This is what I'm looking for. I had it over there, then I moved it over here, then it moved back over there for a little bit, and now it's over here. Our two options are this. I could run one of these old crystals I have, which is pretty much partly the reason why I was keeping them. Or we can retcon this. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not running one of the old crystals. I'm gonna retcon this. So how we're gonna retcon this is we're going to undergo a penalty. All right. And so the penalty is basically as follows. First of all, I was just curious how much you've been doing. We're going to get another one of, you know, we're going to use Terrarium here again. We're going to get something there for that. But we're going to have to make a sacrifice here of some sort in order for me to essentially regain my spawn egg for the rabbit. So the question is, what is worth the sacrifice? Obviously, none of this I can use. So it has to be something valuable from the vault. I know, unobtainium. It's incredibly valuable. I mean, it's unobtainable. That's why it's unobtainium. What would be something... Oh. You know... Hang on, I know what to do. All right, I figured out what we're going to do here for this. I know what I'm going to pay as the price, because this seems fair. So if I were to get a... hang on. Let's look at the mystery eggs here. Its soul value is 256. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to charge myself... Oh... Yeah, that seems fair. 1,280 soul shards here is what I'm going to charge myself for the cost of essentially, quote, getting one of those eggs. $1,284 is close enough. So this is essentially the price I'm paying. It's 5 times the cost of the mystery egg there in terms of its soul value, which is really low, you know. But that's how much. So basically, for 1,284 shards, we get the egg back for the rabbit, and then we're going to put in a Terrarium thing. Let's see here. Let's make that before we do it here. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna need that back, plus some, because, yeah, it's that what we need. Okay. I think I've got enough there. Okay, I just grabbed a bunch. And we need... Oh, no. I didn't grab enough. Alright, now we have enough here. We need to make a bunch of chromatic steel here. Alright. 12 chromatic steel. Driftwood, perfect armor. Not a big deal, that. We need block and glass. Okay, we need more glass. Oh, I've just been making a bunch of glass lately. Hang on, we need 5 glass, isn't it? Just did this last episode. Right. Free perfect Larimar. Oh, that's such a big expense there. I mean, you know, I'm never gonna recover from that there. I shouldn't joke about it though, because okay. I just want to make sure I get this right the first time here. Okay, hang on, it's rotated. All right, yeah. So there we go. So then we need the meat here. I knew there was a reason why I was picking up all this meat. Not really. This wasn't the reason. I was thinking that would be great for you know, soul shards. Okay, so we're going to make it here. Boom, our mob terrarium. Ooh, this is good. This is really, is this good? I wonder about something. Let's do a little bit of a test here. So I'm going to, we're gonna get the jar here. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Put that there. So what I'm curious about is, will this put it directly into the drawer there? All right, so with the jar and the shards, 1,284 of them. Oh, hang on. I know what we can do. We'll just burn. I think I have a flint and steel in here. Flint and steel, yep. Alright, first we'll throw our jar in. Oh, well, we might have to turn off the magnet there first. Alright, the jar has been burned. Next, we'll burn our shards. Hang on, let's do it this way. Oh, look! Somehow it managed to form an egg. Steak? How did I get steak? You didn't see that over there. Seriously, how did I get that steak? I don't know how I got that steak. I'm deleting it. I don't remember getting steak from somewhere. Oh. It came from when I axed it. So that steak was legitimate. Oh well, that's part of the sacrifice there. So what I'm curious about is, will this actually start to, can it directly put it into the drawer there and fill the rabbit? If it fills the raw rabbit, then what we'll do is we'll set up a drawer here to take the stuff from the animals and stuff. I have no idea if this works or not. It's always a little bit finicky with what you can input and, well, import and not import. 14... What? Huh? Where did I get 14 rabbit hides from? I don't remember this. I do not remember this, but I think it directly imported to the drawer, because that was at 0, wasn't it? If so, we've got our... what we're going to do is we're going to have extra drawer space here, which is what we need. We're going to get some more drawer space here, because there's going to be drawers here set up like that. That's what we're going to do.